Broadcasting from the RTN 16 studios, welcome to Spotlight on Rowlett. I'm Tammy Dana-Bashian, Mayor of Rowlett.
And I'm Brian Funderburk, the City Manager.
Rowlett is home to thousands of people aged 65 and older, and we are delighted to be the first city in 2020 to receive the AARP Age-Friendly Community designation. We asked Rob Rose to join us in studio to talk about why this designation is great for Rowlett and how it came about. Here's this month's Spotlight story. At a recent City Council meeting, the American Association of Retired Persons Network of Age-Friendly States and Communities welcomed the City of Rowlett as their 431st member and the first new member for 2020. This designation was made possible after several months of collaboration between the AARP, the City of Rowlett Parks and Recreation Department, and the Rowlett Senior Advisory Board. I'm here today with Rowlett Senior Advisory Board Chair Rob Rose. Thanks for coming to visit us about this designation, Rob. Tell me a little bit about what an AARP age-friendly community is.
An age-friendly community is livable for people of all ages. But as the U.S. population ages and people stay healthy and active longer, communities must adapt. The AARP network of age-friendly communities helps participating communities become great places for all ages by adopting such features as safe walkable streets, better housing and transportation options, and opportunities for residents to participate in community activities.
What are the benefits for Rowlett?
Communities join the network because they want to increase their appeal to older residents. Ensuring an age-friendly community just makes good sense. Older adults have money to spend. Why not encourage them to spend it locally and keep those tax dollars in Rowlett? Older adults have a wealth of experience. Why not encourage them to share it with their neighbors? Member communities also have access to a global network of experts in aging, including automatic entry to the WHO Global Network, a wide range of free resources on age-friendly and livable communities, and opportunities for partnerships with other cities, both domestic and international.
Well, Rob, thank you so much for spearheading this process and opportunity for Rowlett. How did this all start, and how long have you been working on this?
Well, it started when you attended a mayor's conference and came back and mentioned to me about what I think it was Boston was doing.
I said, you got to do this, Rob.
With this program.
Yeah.
So we took it up in the Senior Advisory Board and decided that was something we definitely wanted to work on. And we've been doing that now for the last year.
And you've been partnering with Parks and Rec to go through this process?
Yes, absolutely.
And you've done the preliminary stages of this, and now you're at the stage where we're surveying the public, is that correct?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about what the survey is all about.
Are you 45 or older and currently live in Rowlett? If so, please participate in this survey and help us assess how to make Rowlett even more livable. Take the survey online by visiting the front page of rowlett.com. The survey is available through March 13th. Hard copies are available at the Rowlett Community Center. For more information, please call 972-412-6145.
Well, Rob, I know that the Senior Advisory Board does a lot of things besides, just this AARP initiative, but, on a recurring basis, one of the things that the Senior Advisory Board does is hold recurring seminars for our senior population. I know you had an incredibly successful one recently. It was on cutting the cord, and I think you have one coming up which is part 2 to that. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, I'm glad you asked about that. Streaming 101 is what we're calling it, and it's basically a follow-up to cutting the cord. And if people attend this seminar, we think they're going to be able to go away with the knowledge that they need to be able to take it to the next step and start streaming TV shows, movies, etc.
It's a whole new world out there.
Yes,
and it's complicated. I cut the cord probably 9 months ago, and I'm streaming all my TV services now. And it's a little bit scary for people that don't know what they're doing. So I really appreciate that we're offering that to our senior population.
Absolutely, and we're going to do that on Tuesday, March the 10th at the Rowlett Community Center from 1 to 2 p.m. Everyone's invited, no matter your age, and you don't need to be a member of the Rowlett Community Center to attend.
That's great. And I think it's also good for us to talk about, you have an annual event that the Senior Advisory Board puts on, and that's our health fair.
Right.
And you attract a lot of people, not only attending that health fair, but a lot of vendors and service providers that come in to help with that health, to provide their services and information at the health fair. When is that event this year, and anything you want to tell us about that?
Yeah, that event is always probably our most popular event, and it will be held April 14th. And it's always from 9 till 12, so 9 in the morning till noon. And it's at the Rowlett Community Center. And again, everyone is welcome. There's no admission charge. You don't need to be a member of the RCC to attend. And we'll have a lot of good stuff, a lot of handouts, a lot of free stuff. So
A lot of resources for our community.
A lot of resources.
Very good. Well, thank you for joining me today, and appreciate everything the Senior Advisory Board is doing for our community.
Thank you for inviting me.
The 2020 census is fast approaching. Every household in Rowlett will receive a mail out from the Census Bureau between March 12th and March 20th. When the invitation arrives in your mail, you can respond in one of three ways: online, by phone, or by mail. The account helps bring valuable resources to our community, such as funding for things like transportation, healthcare, education, and emergency management. Rowlett's participation rate in the 2010 census was only 79%. To help promote awareness of the 2020 census, we have created the Complete Count Committee. This committee is developing key strategies to ensure an accurate census count in Rowlett and are working with local organizations to spread the word, such as visiting club meetings, churches, and local businesses to encourage everyone to respond to their 2020 census questionnaire. Wondering how you can help the Complete Count Committee and spread the word about the census? Learn about their meetings and activities on Rowlett.com. One of these upcoming activities is Census Day at the Rowlett Public Library. On Wednesday, April 1st, from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., the library will be celebrating Census Day with census representatives, interpreters, Rowlett 2020 Complete Count Committee, and Rowlett Diversity and Inclusion Advisory Board members, all on hand to answer questions and assist residents in completing their census questionnaire. The 2020 census marks the first time that you can respond to the census online, by phone, or by mail. You can sign up for updates and get reminders for when it's time to respond by visiting 2020census.gov. Let's work together to make sure every Rowlett citizen is counted in 2020. Mayor, this is so important that we get this count right. Every 10 years we do this, and then you got to wait another 10 years for it to happen again.
And 79% response rate is too low from the last census, so we need to get that much higher here in Rowlett. And, North Texas, Rowlett, and all of North Texas has experienced incredible growth. And it's very, very important for our region that we have an accurate count. The North Texas Municipal Water District will temporarily change the disinfectant in its water treatment process from March 2nd through March 28th. But not to worry, your water remains safe to drink. The Water District has conducted this routine temporary change in water disinfectant annually for over 10 years. During the temporary change, North Texas Municipal Water District suspends adding ammonia and uses only free chlorine to keep water disinfected as it travels through pipes. The absence of the ammonia during these few weeks may make a chlorine disinfectant smell more noticeable. The water remains safe to drink. Disinfection is a critical part of the water treatment process that keeps drinking water free of harmful microorganisms such as parasites and viruses. There are simple steps to minimize taste, smell, or skin sensitivities, including placing a pitcher of water in the refrigerator overnight, or adding a slice of citrus to the water, or adding a crushed 1,000 milligram vitamin C tablet to the bath water, which will remove the chlorine. During the change, the cities and districts served by North Texas Municipal Water District may help move the chlorine disinfected water through the system by flushing water from fire hydrants. The combination of converting to chlorine disinfectant and flushing the pipes helps maintain the system in safe water year-round. For more information, please see the fact sheet using the link shown on the screen. So Brian, this happens every year, and we always get questions from our residents, so we wanted to make sure they had all the information. And it's very, very important that this process is done every year, and it's important that we flush our hydrants. And that concerns residents, so we hope we get the information out.
Well, Mayor, it absolutely is true, and our citizens do notice because that odor comes out a little bit, and you can detect the smell better, and so it does create some concerns and angst. But it's completely safe, and as you said, we do this every year. And
we flush hydrants at other times of the year too, and that's very, very important for maintaining the system.
It is.
We're not wasting the water. It's important to maintain the safety of the system.
Yep. Don't worry about packing your lunch for Mondays anymore. We've got you covered. The Rowlett Parks and Recreation Department is excited to announce Lunch on the Lawn. Join us on your lunch break for a variety of food trucks, live music, and games at the Village of Rowlett downtown. This new event will be every Monday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. starting March 16th and ending on April 20th. To find out which food trucks are participating on any particular Monday, head over to the Rowlett Parks and Recreation social media accounts on Instagram and Facebook. Tammy, this is pretty exciting. We right across from City Hall, we have that beautiful green space. We always have loved the idea of having these food trucks, and what a great opportunity.
And we're really working hard to bring these events downtown, and the public loves it. Our residents just really flock to downtown. So I hope that we'll support this Lunch on the Lawn coming up. The Arts and Humanities Commission facilitates the development of, appreciation for, and participation in the arts and humanities in the city of Rowlett. The Arts and Humanities Commission has 3 upcoming contests. Will this be the year that you enter? First up, it's the Young Artist exhibit. With the goal of recognizing talented young local artists and their art teachers, this exhibit is open to all artists in K through 12 throughout the Lake Ray Hubbard area. Artwork will be accepted at the City of Rowlett's Annex building located at 4004 Main Street during one of the take-in times. Friday, March 20th from 3 to 5 p.m., Saturday, March 21st from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Artwork will then be on display from March 23rd through April 24th in the city's Annex building. Artists will also be recognized at an upcoming City Council meeting.
Next is the annual writing contest. This contest is open to adults 18 years and older in Dallas and Rockwall counties. There are 3 categories: poetry, short stories, and short works. Awards will be presented to first place winners in each category at the City Council meeting on Tuesday, May 19th. Deadlines for entry is Friday, March 21st. Entries may be mailed or delivered to the Rowlett Public Library. Attention, Arts and Humanities Commission.
Finally, Rowlett Sings is back. The Arts and Humanities Commission is looking for talented singers of all ages in Rowlett. Performers may either sing a cappella or use an instrumental track. A trophy will be awarded to each first, second, and third place winner. Deadline for contest entries is Saturday, March 21st, and may be submitted via YouTube or flash drive. Final round rehearsals will be held Friday, May 8th from 5 to 8 p.m. Then it's the final round live performances on Saturday, May 9th at 6:30 p.m. at Rowlett Community Center in front of a packed house. For entry requirements, applications, and deadlines, visit the Arts and Humanities page on rowlett.com. Brian, I'm so excited. I love Rowlett Sings. All 3 of these contests are so good. It's so important for our Arts and Humanities Commission and for our community. I like Rowlett Sings because we can go and see the performances. It's so much fun.
Mayor, that's true. And the other thing is we have some amazing artists in this community. And I love the fact that we have so many different ways to showcase their talents and their works. So, kudos to the Arts and Humanities Commission. I'm so glad we get to do this. I'm really looking forward to it.
Please sign up.
How would I want to shape the future?
I want to shape the future of better healthcare.
Construction and infrastructure.
I want to shape the future of housing.
I want to shape the future of education.
I want to shape the future of our
My community, my state, my country.
It's important that everyone is counted, that every voice is heard.
The 2020 census will affect everyone.
It's the one chance that each of us has to shape our future.
Every month, we answer your emails on air about city-related topics. It's a segment we call Ask the Mayor.
Let's get started with this month's email. There are several homes in my neighborhood that are in bad shape, meaning they have not been painted in many years, their siding rotted out, fences in disrepair. Does the city have codes requiring people to keep their homes in decent shape? And do we have code enforcement officers? If so, what does it take to require people to help keep the neighborhood looking decent?
Great question. The vision for our city is a well-planned lakeside community of quality neighborhoods, distinctive amenities, diverse employment, and cultural charm. Rowlett, the place to live, work, and play. Proactive code enforcement is just one of the tools utilized every day as we strive to fulfill this vision. Creating and maintaining beautiful parks and open spaces are another. The safety of our citizens, a full-service library, and transparent governance are a few others. Rowlett certified code enforcement officers use the International Property Maintenance Code to bring properties into compliance. This includes addressing items such as peeling, flaking, or chipped paint, deterioration of siding and fences, roofing defects, chimneys that are not structurally sound, and other unsafe or unsanitary conditions. Our code enforcement officers are out in the community working with our residents every day, and many of the properties for which we have addressed these issues were submitted to the city's Action Center by concerned citizens just like you. To report a code violation online, visit the front page of Rowlett.com and click on the Submit a Request icon. That will take you to the Action Center homepage. From there, you will be able to submit a request and find the type of violation you wish to report. Simply fill out the necessary information and give a brief description of the violation. Once the complaint is received by Community Services, it will be routed to an appropriate code enforcement officer to respond. You can also report an issue by calling the Action Center at 972-412-6100 or visiting them at 4000 Main Street. As a whole, Rowlett residents are very interested in keeping their neighborhoods attractive and inviting. This is illustrated by the fact that in fiscal year 2019, voluntary code compliance was at 91%. This is our community, and by working together, we make Rowlett the place to live, work, and play. If you have a question you'd like to ask the mayor about any city-related topic, email askthemayor@rowlett.com.
Welcome back. Here are the public meetings in March. There'll be 2 City Council meetings on March 3rd and 17th. Planning and zoning meetings will be on March 10th and 24th. There will also be a special City Council work session on March 27th. Upcoming public meeting information can be found on the public bulletin board of Rowlett.com.
To find out what's happening in Rowlett, check out Friday at 5. It's a weekly newsletter from Rowlett City Hall. It's full of information about your city and is available on the city's website and Facebook page every Friday after 5 p.m. Or you can choose to have it sent directly to your email. For more information on any city program, service, or event, visit Rowlett.com or call the Action Center. That wraps it up for this month's show. We'll see you next time on
Spotlight on Rowlett.
Good afternoon, Rowlett. I'm Whitney Lanning, the council member for the city of Rowlett. And today I have the honor of being with Mark and Betty Engen, winners of the March Spirit of Rowlett Award. Congratulations to you both. I'm so excited that you're here with us today. Let's talk a little bit about how you came to Rowlett.
We lived in Illinois, and we were both educators with the West Aurora School District. And I retired first, and then my husband retired a couple years after me. And so Texas pulled us down through our children. And then our married daughter had 2 grandsons.
Oh, wow.
So we are here for our grandsons and our daughters. We did leave a son in Chicago. We miss him dearly. And they have a granddaughter now, so we'll be making trips back up to Illinois.
How long have you been here in Rowlett?
So we have lived here for 3.5 years. And the reason we moved into this area is because we love living by a lake. You know, it gives you the opportunity to go fishing, sailing, kayaking. These are all things that we're interested in doing, and hopefully we'll have bike trails going around the lake.
Yes.
And we enjoy a lot of biking. But while we're working with the school district, we would take our spring break and we'd come down here and we looked at this area, and we chose Rowlett, so we were very excited to live in this area.
Well, we're excited to have you here, you know, and have you in our great city and all the great things that you do. And I know one of those great things is volunteering for Keep Rowlett Beautiful.
Yes.
So tell us more about that volunteer experience that you have.
Well, I got to tell you a story first, and it goes back to when we first moved here. I joined the Citizens Academy class, and they were just starting it up. And part of the reason was to get to know other people. The 2 of us came down here. We didn't know anybody that lived in the area except for our children in Dallas. And so got involved with the Citizens Academy class. Got to know quite a few people there. One of the ladies was serving on the board of Keep Rowlett Beautiful. Found out, I thought, this sounds interesting. I'm interested in knowing more about it.
Yeah.
And she said, well, in reality, we're really looking for a teacher who has an education background to go out and talk to the schools within our community. So I volunteered my wife.
Oh, there you go. You got the hook.
But anyways, that's how it led. She became a board member first, and I came on a few months later as a board member and now serve as president of Keep Rowlett Beautiful.
So that's awesome. Obviously, you have some passion for volunteering there. Yes. So tell us, what is the best thing about Keep Rowlett Beautiful that keeps you interested?
Well, I think it goes back to probably things that we had done in the past of being involved with environmental issues. And, it's really given me an opportunity to kind of pursue more of what we can do within our community. I mean, we have so many activities that are going on right now. We've got the Adopt a Road program, the Great America Cleanup, which is in the spring, or Don't Mess with Texas. We have Tri-City Cleanup, which is in October, where we have 300 to 400 volunteers come out to help with the cleaning of Lake Ray Hubbard. Yes. We also, during the year, we have the Texas Smart Yard.
I know there's other volunteer things that you guys do. So tell us a little bit about some of the boards and commissions for the city that you volunteer on.
Well, I'm also on planning and zoning, and I'm just happy to be on it because there are so many new opportunities to offer your viewpoints, and I'm glad that we're really going in the right direction. What has occurred in the past, now we're updating. I know the other night we were just talking about the tree canopy and trying to come up with a whole new program for the city of Rowlett and what developers have to do when they come in, or even what citizens can do with planting trees. It was interesting, one of the statistics is that we're still short 20,000 trees within our community. Yeah. And so that is quite a challenge and a task that we have to do.
It is.
Another thing, Betty and I, we just came back from Ruston, Louisiana.
Yes.
And we like to volunteer our time with a group out of Dallas called Retreat. And what they do is that when there's been a disaster in a community where a tornado has affected it greatly, we went to Ruston and we planted 188 trees that day, along with about 120 other people. But it was just a fun day of getting to know other people and coming together. And I'm certain that maybe in the next year we'll be in Dallas, where the tornado hit there.
Yes,
but
Rowlett was recipient of that twice in our city, and that was such a great effort.
We did the second planting with Retreat. That's how we got to know about the organization Retreat.
Okay.
And planted trees here in Rowlett.
Well, Betty, I know that you're also involved in the Friends of the Library.
Yes.
Tell us about that experience for you.
Well, I was a librarian for 27 and a half years.
Oh, my goodness.
I was in the school district as a learning center director, and then I was in the public the public library for 10 and a half years in the youth department, the children's department. So the library has always been a passion for me. The value of books for children and just interacting with children, instilling the values of reading has always been dear to my heart. Where I really enjoy the group we're with, we're trying to expand our membership. So if there's anybody that really has a passion about libraries, children, and not only children, but adults and our youth. I mean, a library is such an essential part of our community.
It is.
And then I was on Citizens Academy, like my husband. He encouraged me. And I met a lovely group of people there. And Elise Bowers, we do things with scarecrows on Main.
Yeah.
We do things with the Christmas tree, decorations, and really get involved. So we were really proud this year. Keep Rowlett Beautiful won the Scarecrow contest because of our Lady of the Lake trash, who goes around the lake collecting all this trash. So if you saw that, that was our KRB contribution.
Well, you both have quite a personal connection to volunteering. Tell us, how does volunteering make you feel? How does that impact your daily life?
I think we got to kind of backtrack a little bit, and we're both on the same page about this. You can talk about everything you want to at the federal level, the political level, but it really comes down to the grassroots of your community. Because when we're involved with Keep Rowlett Beautiful, we're here to educate and energize our community about keeping it cleaner and greener. And that's what's very important about us. So we like to get out, we like to educate children at the schools because they're our future. And we want them to know that we don't want them to just take their trash, throw it out the window, or somehow pollute our earth. You know, how can they improve their life and lives for the future to come? So yeah, getting back to grassroots. That's what's really important for us, to get out there to help educate people.
Well, I can absolutely tell you that you guys have gone above and beyond, and we are so grateful that you're here in our community and contributing, and you bring all of that passion along with you for all of the great things that you do through all your volunteer activities. So once again, congratulations on winning the March 2020 Spirit of Rowlett Award. It is certainly something that is coveted, and we so appreciate you again. And so for more information on volunteer opportunities within the city, we encourage you to go to our website at rowlett.com and seek those out, and also look at the different nonprofit opportunities around the city, and encourage you certainly to volunteer as much as you can. Thank you, and we'll see you again next month.
Do you know someone who makes a difference in Rowlett? Nominate them for the Spirit of Rowlett Award at rowlett.com/spirit.